Hi everyone, AI tools are literally everywhere right now, but if you are a designer or creator, you've probably noticed something. Most of them feel like toys, fun to mess around with, but not actually useful for real work. That's why I want to show you one tool I actually use in my design flow. It is called Recraft. It is an AI design platform for creatives, and I'll walk you through exactly how I use it in my workflow. From illustrations, icons, UI assets, and even logos, all 100% customizable and high quality. And trust me, if you are a designer, developer, content creator, or just someone who loves building cool stuff, this one's gonna blow your mind. We'll look at how I use Recraft to generate visuals fast, edit them with full control, and export everything straight into tools like Figma or Webflow. No fluff, just a solid creative flow. So what exactly is Recraft? It's an AI-powered design platform that lets you turn text prompts into stunning visual assets like icons, illustrations, vector graphics, and even logos. You are midway through a new website or app design, layouts done, US feels tight, but you've got no visuals, no icons, no brand graphics, no hero image. Instead of digging through stock sites or bouncing between apps, you just open Recraft, drop in a prompt, and generate exactly what you need. Here's the best part, it is not just image generation, everything it generates is editable, like real vector layers you can fine tune, recolor, and export. We are talking SCG ready logos, illustrations, icons, even mockups. That means no more pixelated assets or time wasted redoing stuff manually. Think Midjourney meets Figma, but without needing 10 extra steps. Now I'm gonna show you how I use Recraft in real time projects. Head over to Recraft using the link in the description below. You can sign up completely free and start creating right away. Once you are in, you will land on what Recraft calls the infinite canvas. You can zoom in and out, move freely, and arrange multiple design elements without running out of space. You can generate, edit, and manage everything in one dynamic board, which is super helpful when working on an icon set, branding board, or full visual system. It is kind of like working inside Figma but powered by one of the best AI models on the market. Let me walk you through the interface real quick. Start by clicking on the blank area of the canvas to reveal the left sidebar. This panel gives you access to different creative tools, including image, image set, frame, and mockup. These are the core elements you'll use to build your projects. You can also upload your own images, super useful when you wanna use reference material to guide the AI output. Moving to the top left navigation, you'll find selector tools like the pointer and hand tool, so you can easily move elements around or navigate the canvas. Next one is insert menu. This can be used for adding variations to your projects or other tools like text and images. And here you can see the template section, which can help streamline the design process by offering pre-made templates. The interface is clean, minimal, and genuinely user-friendly. Whether you are just starting out or you are an experienced designer, the Infinite Canvas gives you a flexible space to create and iterate freely. And that's really what sets it apart. You are not locked into rigid templates or fixed formats. You have full creative control over how your visuals come together right inside Recraft. Let's say you've just landed a new web design project. The client has no visuals, no logo, no illustrations, no icons. You are starting from scratch, and this is where Recraft really shines. With just a few prompts and some configuration, you can build an entire visual identity, from brand illustrations to icons and logos, right inside Recraft. Let's start by creating a hero style illustration for a landing page. Click on the image tool from the left sidebar. This opens up a frame on the canvas where your generated image will appear. I already have one open, so I'll delete this one for now. Now inside the prompt box, just describe what you want to create. For example, let's make a modern flood illustration of people using an app. Paste that in, and now we can work through settings, because this is where Recraft gives you real control over the outcome. Right above the prompt box, you'll see the style and model selector. By default, Recraft uses its own model, Recraft V3 Raw, but if you click on it, you'll see a huge library of additional models and styles to choose from. Everything from photorealistic to abstract to line art, vector styles. This style model completely change the look and feel of your output, which is great for building custom branding assets. For now, I'm gonna leave it on the default model. If you go back to the panel, we can see the rest of the image generation settings. Next, we've got the color palette tool. If you are working with a specific brand, maybe you've already picked out primary colors. You can look those in right here. Click on the palette icon and you can input specific hash codes or build a custom palette to make sure your visuals align with the brand's guidelines. To the right, you will also find the image editing tool. This lets you modify generated visuals based on prompts. So even after an image is created, you can refine it further. Below that, we have a few more key options. Negative prompting, where you can tell Recraft what you don't want to see in the image. Then there's the aspect ratio slider, which you can use to set the dimensions of your output. It is great when you need something wide for a website hero section or a SCAR format for something like an app splash screen. You will also notice a control called artistic level. This adjusts how expressive or abstract your output is. In general, a lower setting will give you a cleaner, more minimal visuals, while a higher setting adds more movement and creativity. And finally, at the bottom, you can choose how many versions of the image you want to generate. The default is 2, which I usually stick with, but you can generate up to 4 variations at once, depending on how many directions you want to explore. Okay, once your settings are ready, hit the recraft button and let it generate. It takes a few seconds. And now you can see we've got a beautiful modern illustration of people using an app. These are clean, consistent and totally usable in a website or product UI. You see the generated images appear as thumbnails at the bottom. I only choose 2, so there are 2 options here. And just like that, you've created a usable brand illustration without opening Illustrator or digging through stock sites. Next, let's create the icons. To do that, simply click anywhere outside the current image frame on the canvas to deselect it. Then head to the Create New menu on the left sidebar and choose Image set. This tool is perfect for generating icons because it keeps them visually consistent across the entire set. On the left, there are 6 corresponding text fields where we can enter a prompt for each icon we want. Before entering the prompts, let's pick the right style. Since we are designing vector icons, I choose the outline style from the model library. Just scroll down, click on outline and hit apply. Now I'll describe the icons I want to generate. One in each field: chat bubble icon, user profile icon, notification bell, email icon, home icon, and analytics icon. Once all 6 fields are filled out, hit the recraft button and recraft will generate a full icon set in one cohesive clean style. Now we've got our icons all in the same visual language, perfect for use in web or app UI. And here's the best part: if I'm not happy with one or two of the results, I can click directly on the icon, either tweak the prompt or just hit recraft again, and it will generate a single icon in the same style we applied earlier. And we can do this over and over until we find the perfect match. Once you are happy with your set, just select all the icons, go to the export menu and download them as SVG files. These are true vector files, clean, scalable and ready to drop into Figma or Webflow. We can also create logo for our projects using Recraft. Just like before, I'll click on an empty space in the canvas to deselect the previous frame. And from the Create New menu, I'll select Image to start a fresh frame for the logo. Just open the style library and in the search bar, type logo. Recraft will show you custom logo styles to choose from, including geometric, typographic, handwritten, etc. I'll go with geometry logo style. Now in the prompt box, you can describe what you want in your logo. Now I'll just click Recraft to generate the logo concepts. And there we go, a clean modern logo concept that's actually usable. You can see how the composition is balanced and the icon works well with or without the text. What's really impressive is that these aren't just decorative, they are production ready vector logos. Once you are happy with the results, we can go up to the export menu and export the logo as an SVG file. And just like that, you've got a logo that fits seamlessly with the icon set and illustrations we created earlier, all in a consistent style built directly inside Recraft. So let's just open a new project. You can do that by clicking the Recraft icon in the upper left corner and then selecting Create New Project from the drop down menu. And this will give you a clean canvas. Okay, next let's explore Recraft's mockup feature. So if you are presenting your UI or design work, think landing pages, promo visuals or brand merch, it will generate high quality previews for you. Just click on Mockup in the Create New menu. That opens up a new mockup frame on the canvas. Now describe what kind of mockup you want. I'll use this prompt so we can add our UI screen as an overlay. Once you've got your prompt in, just hit the Recraft button and Recraft will generate an AI image based on your test. Now here's where the magic really happens, and honestly this is the part that sold me on using Recraft for client presentations. First click anywhere outside the mockup to deselect it, then upload your design UI screen. I've got this one ready. Now we can replace this UI on top of the white screen. You can simply drag and drop resize and then position it to match the screen area. You can tweak the placement until it fits just right. Once aligned, you've got a fully composed, realistic looking mockup that's ready for client presentations or portfolios. It is clean, it is fast, and it delivers a much more polished result compared to manual editing static templates. It seriously levels up your presentation game without needing extra tools or long editing workflows. Now let me show you a quick real-world example of how I actually use Recraft in my workflow. Here I've got a landing page I'm working on. It is for a modern water bottle brand and I need a strong hero image to visually anchor the top section. Let's start by setting the brand colors so the image fits right into the page. Click the color palette tool and I'll add in the primary colors and the background color of the landing page. This step is super important. It makes sure the final visual feels integrated and not like a stock image that was dropped in randomly. Now I'll describe what I want. I type modern water bottle in the prompt box. It's simple, but Recraft picks up on clean, minimalist product styling really well, especially when using the Recraft V3 Raw model. It actually generates some solid options here. I'll go with this one. It is minimal, has nice lighting and feels on brand. Now I wanna remove the background so it works well on my layout. Just click the remove background option in the top navigation bar. And here's the result. Nice and clean. Next, I'll export this as an PNG and drop it directly into my Figma file. You can scale it, tweak colors or apply shadows. Within a couple of minutes, I've gone from idea to fully usable asset that's perfectly aligned with the brand and layout. This is honestly what makes Recraft so powerful in real-world design work. And with the Recraft V3 Raw model, you get this realistic refined style that works great for mockups, hero shots, or even replacing stock photos altogether. It's fast, consistent, and no exaggeration. One of the most accurate prompt-to-image tools I've used so far. Recraft has a generous free plan that lets you try their platform. But if you are doing client work or high-volume projects, the paid plan unlock more credits, full feature access, priority generation, and commercial rights. And honestly, if you are using this for client work or content creation, it is 100% worth it. Most AI tools feel like toys. Recraft doesn't. It is the first AI image platform that actually integrates into a serious design workflow. It is not trying to replace your creativity, it enhances it. You stay in control, you define the visual direction, and Recraft just speed it up. Whether you are designing your own product, working with clients, or building UI kits and marketing pages, this is a tool worth adding to your workflow. So if you want to create beautiful, consistent brand aligned visuals faster, try Recraft. You can start for free and explore its full potential as you grow. That's it for today's video. Subscribe for more design tools and deep dives. See you in the next one.